Alright, man, we back.
Huh?
Just like that.
Thought you left us in 2017, didn't you, bitches?
We bite.
Oh, man.
Oh, bitch.
You know what? The government will shut down, but the No Foreplay show will not.
We are not.
Hell no.
We are here for the people, by the people, because of the people.
We are here.
I'm just here for the dirty women.
For the dirty women.
For the dirty women.
I'm here for the lemon pepper wings, to be quite honest with you. But, you know,
Wait,
whatever's your
wait,
motivation.
Wait. I got a question. If you're here for lemon pepper wings, I got a question. Did you watch... You didn't watch Atlanta, did you?
I did not.
Remember the episode of Atlanta where the nigga gave him the lemon pepper wings with the sauce?
With the sauce.
And he was like, it's sauce? He was like, yes. It's lemon pepper with the sauce.
With the sauce.
He's like, my man hooked you up. It's like, don't let us down. I feel like you here for those wings.
Yes,
for those wings.
Yes. There we go. Yes.
Drench my shit.
Yes.
I'm not here for dirty women because not to say I'm not here for y'all. I'm here for y'all. I hope y'all like when I talk on the show, but none of the dirty women tell me that they listen to the show. I think they all go to whoever else. Don't no dirty women be like, Dion, I listen to the show. I got
a few dirty women who look up to me and they might listen to like 15 minutes. They got, dirty women got bad attention spans. So I can't expect them to sit through 60 minutes of niggas talking and they can't really see me. They really want to see me and shit. Right. But I understand.
Dirty women listen. You can tell me you listen to the show too. I take all. I do love bougie, real bougie, not fake bougie.
Mm-hmm.
But dirty women, I'm here for you as well. I'm here for you. Let me know your opinions, thoughts on the show.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing a dirty woman of the week, but it's got to be on a day I don't care about, like a Tuesday.
Dirty woman of the week.
Dirty woman of the week, like when she first get her hair done and that little baby heavy right there.
Yes.
Nothing has changed but the weather, baby.
You want growth for your friends.
Nothing has changed but the weather, baby.
You know what? I don't even wish growth for niggas no more. I just wish increase.
Yes.
I don't even want growth.
Stay if you getting paid, act as ignorant as you want.
Man, we have a song at our church. I pray for increase.
I pray for increase. Yes, Lord.
Oh man. We have not did a show in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure people got questions. People like, what happened? Listen.
There's no beef.
There's no beef. There's no friction. You'll never have that.
Yes, but I can't lie. I might have been the one. I've been instigating the beef. I've been telling everybody we beefing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe my personality was too dominant for the guy. I've been saying all kind of shit. I said Dion went on some kind of tangent and like kicked me and I said we ain't shit without him. I've been stirring the coffee because I be feeling like, I don't know. Don't ask me no questions. I don't like it. After so long. Okay, now I'm just gonna end this.
What did Malice and Pusha T say? He said, "Don't ask me no questions, cause I feel like you being funny on the slide."
Yeah.
But here's the thing. To be honest, we've been trying to make the show better.
Yes.
And I feel that this show will be better.
Yes.
I also feel if I lie when I say this, don't fault me. But I feel like this is our last audio podcast. So just listen when I say that last audio podcast.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna say no more. If you dirty, you might have just said, this they last podcast, girl. I get that shit. But the smart people like, what's next? They twiddling their thumbs and shit, and I'm with you. If you're smart, I'm pretty sure you probably can figure this shit out.
You get to see our cute ass. The fuck?
On the regular. I'm going to be overdressed too. I just want y'all to know. I'm going to be wearing like turtlenecks and blazers.
Fresh going to be sitting in a double-breasted suit.
Fucking tortoise shades.
I'm gonna just be sitting there with the coolest monkey in the jungle shirt on.
Oh God!
I'm coming perennially underdressed.
With
a lined up Jufro.
Lined up Jufro.
Damn,
I gotta really start. I'm back, y'all. I'm gonna start back getting manicures out.
No, I'm gonna dress up a little bit. Being single in Chicago, you can't just be out here.
Being what?
Fuck it. Being single, yes. If anybody had any questions, it's come to Aunt P's Corner for 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
due to the popularity of the podcast and AMP in general,
Yes.
there may have been questions that you may have wondered about AMP's personal life that you probably weren't entitled to in the first place. But
in general.
But you know, nevertheless.
Anywho,
as I like to say,
Yes.
for those who are wondering, you know, out of respect to, you know, my former mate, you know, I haven't spoke on it really, but yes, I am single. If you were wondering, yes, you know, I do, you know, I do me.
So listen. This is the first time in a long time I can actually say someone I know is incredibly single. Not like single with like some latch on.
Like single-ish.
Yeah. My nigga is single, and we live vicariously through him. Like I just want to know what it's like to take a shower as a single man. You know, like no.
It's cold and lonely. Don't let me cut Fresh off before he even like go like fuck me up. Right. Look.
I was definitely like, this nigga's going too far.
Too far.
Too far.
Way too far.
Bring it in.
We're gonna bring it back in.
You know
but
what?
you know,
I was trying to cue up Neo's single. Because Neo's song "Single" was really just like, yo, like if you sing, it was that might you may need to bring that song.
Maybe I do that. Maybe, you know, when I write a blog post on this, here we go.
Yes.
We'll include this in the blog post. Yes, but you know,
but
feel
you
like
this kind of singer, you ratchet singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More. I'm living the single.
Nah, you know what? He like the fucking shit we posted. The fucking video of Puffy's son.
Oh yeah.
He said, I'm knocking the boots. A late night. Thought to late.
Hey,
when we make
good love.
And we doing that shit outside somebody's club.
We doing that shit in Grits and Biscuits
you know
in the
what?
valet.
Leading up to that, we may just practice outside of every event. So if you having an event, the niggas will be there singing outside your shit.
Singing Jodeci.
Record
us, please.
Record us.
But yeah, you know, I just want to get that out there because you know people whisper, people have questions, and you know I'm not. You know, one of those whispering type of guys.
Stop whispering, ho.
Right. You know, so that goes to answer your question with people who know. The people who didn't need to figure this out, you know. No, let me say it like this. The people who already knew were supposed to know. The people who didn't know, I mean, no offense to you all, but you're going to find out when I let you find out. But, yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm doing fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm okay. It's fine. Getting along everywhere without you in. I don't need you in my life.
I don't know what the fuck they're singing right now.
That shit cold. I'm doing just fine.
I understand, bro. I probably listen to 3 Boyz II Men songs.
Boys,
in my life.
we talked about them niggas.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, I'm all good. You know, everybody is copacetic. We on the same page. It's all about young Jordandale, and yeah, that's all. That's all I have to say on that. We'll have some words in a blog post at another time, but I'm glad we got that out the way. I know people were wondering, so yeah, your friend that been digging me, you can send him my way.
Woo! I'm back out here running point guard. I'm just lobbing them up.
Just jokes, people. I just be reading my Bible app. Don't send nobody my way.
Oh,
He sends me a daily scripture.
So much shit going on, man, in the world. You know, a lot of shit didn't happen. You know, I'm not a fan of going back in the past to address shit, but a lot of shit didn't happen. A lot of shit happened. Really, one of the things that kind of fucked me up, right? Fucked me up. So, you know, we went through a lot of shit happening. The H&M issue, people boycotting and shit. People mad. You know, people tearing up stores in Africa. Listen, the people in Africa was not playing no fucking game. Shit. They was just running through malls, throwing shit around. So here's the shit that caught my attention though. This is a total curveball for me bringing up the H&M shit because I don't want to go down that path because you know niggas was widespread on that shit. And to be honest, now at this point, none of us really care, right? It's like, all right, cool. Came, went. H&amp apologized. The Weeknd, Ethiopian man, he left. He said, I ain't with you niggas. But I saw some shit yesterday. Because we love to use that word boycott.
Mm-hmm.
And Monique did a video. Monique did a video, and she's asking niggas to boycott. She's asking people to boycott. And she wants us to boycott Netflix. Because Netflix offered her, they had the audacity. Now mind you, Netflix had the audacity to offer her $500,000.
That's it, just a half.
Only $500,000 for a comedy special. She brought up the fact of what Amy Schumer got for her comedy special. She brought up what Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock got for their comedy special. It's a lot of issues that I have with that, because she was like, stand with me, they are biased. And I'm sitting here like, every time I open my Netflix app, I see another nigga on there with a comedy special.
Yes. They passing them bitches out like 7 days.
And I was like, and Monique, somebody came to you. You didn't come to them. They came to you and said, hey, Monique, we want you to do something for us. Here's $500,000.
Bro, let me know when I can address it.
You can start off
Fresh. You go ahead.
I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. This how the whole thing started. So it was a Tuesday night in Seattle. It was raining, and some Netflix creative mind was smoking weed
and watching Precious
and watching The Parkers. So happened to come on a rerun of The Parkers. He like, man, this lady is crazy as fuck. I wonder where she at right now. Mm-hmm. He was high. And he said, hey, Joe, we should get Monique. We done got Kat. We done got Chris. We should get Monique, Joe. She like a queen economy.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? They done get everybody one, Joe. I even think Eddie Griffin got one coming. But anyway.
He actually do.
See what I'm saying? Fucking Eddie Griffin. Why they find him in the back of Aldi's? So they said, let's get Monique up here. They said, what the fuck we got to pay her, Joe? We can get her $100K. No, man, look out for her. She a good woman. Give her $500K. They thought this was a great idea. They thought they was like fucking looking out for the world. We been putting everybody else on. We playing with house money. God damn it, we still reaping the benefits from Stranger Things. Throw a little money at Monique. Monique comes up with this great story rant that she's the most decorated woman in comedy history. They killed Whoopi. Did they kill Whoopi Goldberg? I need to know, is Whoopi gone like her eyebrows?
They didn't kill Whoopi Goldberg. They didn't kill Miles Mabley. They didn't kill
man, bro. What
some more Adele Givens.
Shit, Roseanne Barr. Ellen DeGeneres.
What's the other? Wanda Sykes.
Oh, shout out to my girl Wanda Sykes.
Look, here's the shit. When the last time you laid in your bed was like, yo, I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch that one Monique comedy scene because that shit was funny. Never. Like, what she was comparing apples to fucking rotten oranges. Like,
true indeed.
You talking about I'm not an Amy Schumer fan, but she's hot. Look at her followers.
Yes.
You mentioned yourself with Chappelle and Chris Rock. The only thing you have in common is that you're black.
A little melanin.
Like, and the funny thing about it, Monique is probably, like, to me, a better actor than comedian.
Yes. Now, she was funny in Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. I liked her.
No, I mean, she's funny. She has her moments, but, like, you're not sitting up there clamoring, like, oh, like, when you heard that, when you seen the video of her talking about this, and like, oh, they offered me $500K for a comedy special. The first couple of things you thought were, like,
congratulations, bitch.
Like,
bitch.
They offered you money and two, like a comedy special. What? You wasn't thinking like, oh, this shit gonna be lit?
I was like, secure the bag, Monique.
Right, just be quiet. Get that little bread. Just hope you get some residuals.
Oh, this is, like, no.
No.
Like, I can see if this was, like, if she was on that level. Like, she may have, like, the same amount of years of experience, but that don't mean you're on the level of a Chappelle. You're on the level of a Chris Rock.
Right. Now,
you don't move the needle.
Right. And I can see if like this when UPN was cracking. Like, no, bitch.
Like,
UPN ain't even out.
Right, you know what I mean? Like,
it's 2018.
You a has-been. The best thing you got is that you share your husband with some better looking woman. Yeah, I'll take the shot. And then people arguing me down on the book like it's Monique though. She did all this and that don't mean shit. What have you done for me lately? Oh, they gave Chris Tucker this and that. Because Chris Tucker can still bring them out, unfortunately.
Right.
My boy Cat Williams has a cult following.
Right.
She does not have nothing. I have never ever heard no one say, man, she need her own stand-up. Never. How many times she was on Def Jam? I think once.
Monique couldn't come to Chicago on New Year's Eve and headline shit.
I'm talking about it like Ba Louie.
She could.
No, yeah, like
she could.
She could not.
It's and now that they let me break this down. I love numbers and shit. And my shit about Monique is this, right? So right now in the world, the way brands work, and we all know this shit, but we gonna act like we don't because niggas want to cape for Monique. But right now, brands are all these subscription-based models. They give people these deals based on you bringing them additional subscriptions. Mm-hmm. They be like, "Yo, is this person gonna give us subscriptions?" Apple gave Chance $500,000 to host Coloring Book for a week because they wanted him to bring back, $500,000 in subscriptions. But see, here's the other shit. It's another thing called brand, like essentially making your brand hot, which is nothing but marketing.
Yep.
So either you're going to bring that back and actual people signing up or making my brand hot. Can we all agree Monique ain't making nobody brand hot?
Nobody, nothing.
Ain't nobody been like, I wish I had Netflix because that Monique shit was out. No.
Now I can see if she trying to endorse like Sweet Sweat, like some shit like that. A sweatband or some shit like that. She losing weight. I can't, child, please.
Or endorse Patty Pies or something.
Oh, Patty.
Some shit.
Patty Pies.
It's like right now, like even if you look, so kind of the hottest social network is still Instagram. So we got Instagram. Facebook is kind of like the big motherfucker that's going to be there, ain't going nowhere. Yeah. But they know Instagram hot, so that's why they bought IG. Monique has a whopping 212,000 followers. She got less followers than your average bottle girl. If you live in a big city, your dopest bottle girl who take pictures half naked got less followers. Well, I'm sorry, got more followers than Monique.
Yeah, my girl from
Amy Schumer got 6.4 million followers. Look at Amy Schumer shit. Look at them likes. Look at them replies. That shit is astronomical. So when Netflix say we gonna give Amy Schumer $11 million, they like, yo, if Amy Schumer follows, if 10% of these motherfuckers sign up for us for 1 month at $10.99, which is our cheapest plan, I think it's actually $12.99. Fam,
we getting the money right back.
They gonna get this bread. So the business sense of Monique getting as much as them or as astronomical, as much as Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, listen, y'all already know that shit don't make no fucking sense.
No. Zero. And compared to another black woman, like Tiffany Haddish will command way more than what Monique will command.
Tiffany Haddish shit went straight to Amazon Prime, and I guarantee you Tiffany Haddish is not complaining about that goddamn bag, fam.
No.
Tiffany Haddish is getting bags from everywhere right now. Monique, you ain't out here like her right now.
Bro. Nobody know. Like, what's she doing right now? Does she have a radio show or something? Is she a radio personality?
I just think she's taking dimly lit videos and posting them online, bro. Like,
with that same stingy weave ponytail. Hey, look, a lot of stuff got to change, bro.
What's her husband name? Sydney? She married to a nigga named Sydney, bro.
I don't know. He cheated on her openly. Well, she lets him. They have an open marriage. Even after she lost the weight, it's still open.
Monique, the fucked up part about all this is that you fucked up the bag. Because now I'm pretty sure Netflix said, fuck this shit, we ain't with it.
And I think she was blackballed before, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she said Lee Daniels blackballed her. That's what she said. She said Lee Daniels blackballed her. He denied it. But, if he did, I don't know what to say. Like, that's between you and this nigga Lee Daniels. Like, I don't know what to say, but Monique, you fucked up the bag, G. Like, it's not gonna say you fucked up the bag. Sorry, you fucked up the bag.
Fumble. I just can't understand for the life of me.
You know what? Speaking of motherfuckers fucking up the money, the government shut down. We still out here thugging.
Let me Google what this shit mean. Like, do this mean no link?
You know what?
There might be some restrictions on link. The shit's weird because it's a Republican president, a Republican-controlled House, a Republican-controlled Senate. And they can't even get this shit together because this old numbnut dementia setting in motherfucking president. It's idiot.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the fuck this shit be meaning in politics. So I don't know who's getting what. I don't know who not getting what. I heard some people talking about they ain't getting paid who work for the government, but apparently they gonna get back pay. Type of shit like that's happening. The weird part I will say is this: I have been watching the news, and on the news, here's the weird part: the Democrats are pissed.
Yes,
the Democrats are pissed.
They still trying to put this on Obama too.
And the weird part is they're saying that it's a quote they kept tossing around today, saying negotiating with Donald Trump is like negotiating with Jello. And they saying, and it's weird because like Donald Trump is like, he wants everything. And the part that the Democrats want with this bill, they want protection for the Dreamers, which is, Luis Gutiérrez of Chicago fame. He's like, he not going because they want to protect about 800,000 people who are here, who were brought here as kids, and are illegal, essentially. Donald Trump, like, fuck y'all, I'm not protecting their ass. They ass got to go. which is crazy.
Donald on BD Trump.
And then, right, on BD. And then they say some weird shit about he may agree for protection of the Dreamers if the Democrats say that they are okay with him building a wall. Like, what the fuck? Like, this, you know what?
Dog, I'm reading this now about this guy Mick Mulvaney, and he said, in fact, I found out for the first time last night that the person who technically shuts the government down is me, which is kind of cool. And everyone is up. Hey, Joe, everybody is pissed off. They say, this what the fuck we got to look forward to with this Trump administration. This dude said it's kind of cool. He said, don't stunt, though. We lost like $20 billion when the government shut down under Obama. But this is nothing like when it shut down under Obama. Man, listen. Me not being a big fan of Obama, because I really don't care about politics, it's a lot of stuff that's different, I noticed. It wasn't that cold when Obama was the president. We done had negative temperatures here in Chicago.
This been a mean January. This been a mean... Motherfuckers have been hugged up with people they ain't want to be hugged up with just for warmth. It's been ugly out here.
Now we done had a fucking heat wave, and conversation has been pushed back once again.
Yes. Common sense is not...
all those premature dudes that were picked. We'll get back to the government shutdown. Yeah. That is a conversation for a later date.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, if the government is still shut down, the next time we record, we may need to have our first video podcast with Claudio again.
Yes.
In the back of the Yard's coffee house. Maybe we need to do that shit.
Yes.
This
our
shit
our political correspondent.
Yeah, our political correspondent.
Dr. Claudio
Rivera. Yes.
Dr. Claudio Rivera. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I have no clue.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No clue.
And I'm not ashamed. Listen, that's some other shit we need, right?
Yeah.
We need motherfuckers. When you don't know what's going on, don't run to Facebook and act like you know what's going on.
Yes.
Can you just say, I don't know what the fuck
all
is going
these political advisors or whatever they is got on there talking about government shutdown. I just scroll back. Like, I know you, fam. You don't even, bro, you can't even make macaroni and cheese without a time.
Nigga ain't even vote.
Man, bro, look here. All you motherfuckers be getting on Facebook, like, having this pissing contest of who fake know who the most. Like, it still don't matter. Your bitch still getting hit from niggas who ain't know shit. Like that'd be the funniest thing. All you political science majors, you still out here looking lost out the window when it rain at night because you lonely as fuck.
Whenever something like this happen, bro, all those criminal justice majors be Birdman hand rubbing.
Right.
Like they just learned so much. No.
Only time you learn from the law because you got popped off for a dime bag back in college.
Oh my god.
So that's the only law you know about. Like, come on, man. Like, oh my god. Like,
college
spare me.
College drug dealers.
You know, like, honestly, for anyone under the sound of my ear, you will get a lot farther in life when you just admit, I don't know.
I don't know. Because I don't know clue about the fucking government.
I don't know. You stop leading women on. You stop leading your family on.
Somebody said, I don't think we got to pay taxes when the government shuts down. Child, please try.
Let me tell y'all something. When people bring up taxes, right? If we didn't have to pay taxes during this government shutdown, I would be scared as shit because I feel like that I'm gonna get one check and it's gonna be 94 cents.
Yes.
Because all of a sudden the government is never leaving your taxes on the table ever. Don't ever think shit is that sweet. I don't give a fuck what's going on. They could bomb this bitch. Like, listen, North Korea, Kim Jong could take out all of DC, and when your check gets hit, the taxes are still coming out. It's still coming out.
They probably gonna pass a bill to take more taxes out your check.
Yeah,
right.
It's gonna be a war tax.
Right.
War tax of 50%.
I mean, like, just oh my god, like people like,
oh man,
stop talking out loud. We don't know nothing.
Just don't.
Man, because you know what? I've learned to do that. I used to be that guy standing up saying big words that I don't know what they meant. No, I changed my life, brother. That lasted for about 2 weeks.
You know, T.I., that's what you know happens.
Exactly.
And you know, most importantly, stop looking for validation on every single thing in your life. Like you know everything. Like somebody posts something up or something, and you come behind like, oh, I knew when this motherfucker was little. Or somebody posts something about this, and it's like, oh, I told y'all I saw this coming. It's like, man, Joe, like, can't you like just like one day not post that you knew something was coming, or can't you post one day like you knew something was coming up?
Like somebody, you coached a celebrity kid.
Yeah, like just like come on, man, like just oh my god.
You know what's the great part about that, because it's shit that I talk about, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like I talk about some shit and I'll be like, but you know what? The best part is, honestly, I'm gonna give you a major key. If you know what the fuck you talking about in the area, then other motherfuckers gonna tag you in. Mm-hmm. Just like it's certain shit, I'm gonna be like, hey nigga, hey, I need some help. Like, you know, it's gonna be like, hey, hold up, I don't know shit about this, but where this nigga Mike at? Mm-hmm. I don't know shit about this. Where the fuck this nigga Ann at? You gotta ask this nigga. Mm-hmm. I don't know shit about shit. You gotta ask this nigga. But the shit you know something about, motherfucker, if you really know it and other motherfuckers know it, they gonna tag your dumb ass in. They gonna be like, hey, holler at this nigga. You ain't got to fake it no more, fam. That shit, if you still faking it, I'll say this. I'm gonna give you some real legit shit. If you still faking it and you over 30, I'm generous with 30 too. If you still faking it over 30, fam, I ain't got no hope for you, bro.
No, it's over. No you got a nice run.
It's over. Your run's over.
You'll be exposed. Fucking exposed.
We can do that.
Expose people?
Yeah.
We don't expose people. That's not. That's
that's not been my style.
Yeah.
But if y'all want some new shit for 2018,
no.
Thanks for bringing me back in, because I had a list like.
No, because I'm sure we on other people's lists.
We are definitely on other people's lists, baby.
We'll play it cool,
baby.
For now,
I know somebody.
I keep the Nina tucked. Anywho.
You know. Lot of shit happening, man. You know, brother Kanye had a daughter.
Let's go.
Him and Kim welcomed a surrogate into the world.
Yes.
You know, well, they had a baby by a surrogate. I'm all for it because Kim had gave birth to 2 kids.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, that takes a toll on a woman's body.
Yes. So
you got and it's complications that can arise. So people use. First off, if you slandering her using a surrogate, like,
kill yourself.
Get your shit together. But people now up in arms because he named his daughter Chicago,
which is no problem. Let's go, little 290 West.
If even if we don't like the name, I'm not the. I feel like I just shrug my shoulders because listen, there are kids named all kind of shit in Hollywood.
You got kids named, but my thing is, we know kids named Harlem. We know kids named Brooklyn. Hell. The dirty girl on your block name is Paris, and her ass ain't never been nowhere outside of a Greyhound station.
It's a lot of kids that have been born with extravagant names and automatically have came out the womb with negative credit scores.
I'm pretty sure that
like Cavassier. Yes. I had a boy in my class named Cavassier.
I'm 100% sure that there's a black boy 7 or under located in Atlanta, and his name is Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure.
Yes.
I'm sure of that.
Yes, and he has lined up baby hairs.
Mama had high hopes for me.
His mama dressed him up like the niggas who always have left him. Yes, I'm sure.
Do y'all know what Future real name is? Listen,
listen. Say Future real name.
Do we know what Quavo real name is?
I don't know no Quavo real name.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
I mean, when you rich, you can name your kids whatever the fuck you want because they're not going to be going on like regular job interviews. I mean, I personally am not a fan of the name. I'm not going to lose on sleep over it though.
I like it. Nickname the baby Shy West. When she comes to see her people on the west side, she'll be little.
She'll never see these people again.
She will never ever.
She'll never look.
Listen. Future name is what? Nevadius?
Some shit like that.
Quavo name is Quavius. Listen, Quavius Kiate. And we sing the fuck out of Quavo, so I love Quavo.
Quavius Kiate. That sound like he reads at Masterpiece Theater, but also is a runaway slave. Quavius Kiate.
I love Quavo and I love Future. If I'm not making fun of their names, I'm not gonna make fun of the name Chicago, man. It is what it is.
I see why Quavo should have been in the NFL. He got drafted purely on that name.
His name.
Quavius Kiate is the next great thing.
Quavius Kiate. Oh my god.
Y'all must be shitting.
I'm unfortunately I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass right there. Quavius
and my Timbs.
Listen, okay.
Quavius Kiate. That's my new nickname, Kiate. Fresh Kiate Jenkins.
Kiate. It's like you steal nothing but fudge rounds and flaming hot out the corner store.
Kiate sound like a dirty girl whose daddy name was Keith.
Oh man. I mean,
his mama named Shantae. The worst.
Big up to Chicago West. We rooting for you, sugar. I hope you come out all artsy.
You know what?
Kim back to Khloe Kardashian if y'all ain't paying attention.
I'm not paying attention. Sorry.
She back to Khloe Kardashian.
I'll look some other time. I'll look some other time.
Damn, Kardashians messed up Cleveland. That's a topic for another day. Tristan, our prayers are with you, Tristan.
I don't have no prayers for him.
Fuck him.
Shut up, you Joe Kim Noah loving motherfucker.
The fuck and fuck Tristan Thompson.
Oh man, I can't see. This is why I can't take fresh times like this.
Since we on the subject, I was gonna wait till All-Star break to make my big announcement, but since we in this moment bringing back the podcast, I got a quick announcement.
Oh shit! All right,
I'm coming home. I've already ordered my Chicago Bulls fresh jersey. I am officially coming back home.
No, you've been denied. No.
And I will be back.
We have not had a meeting.
4-game group tickets if anybody would like to join me for some of these select basketball games.
We have not had a meeting.
I am coming back home. I already spoken with Lori via Instagram. I'm coming back home, Anthony. You have to welcome me back with open arms and some heralds.
No, we'll have a meeting. I'm not prepared to even talk about it. We'll have a meeting.
I'm back, y'all.
No.
I'm back.
No, I'm going and just like in every status you have, see red.
Fuck Fresh will be at Grant Park this year.
I get so angry.
Yeah. You know what? Let me take this. Let me take this in a whole nother
Please.
area. Fredo Santana, man. Santana, R.I.P.
Man.
R.I.P. Fredo Santana.
Yeah.
you know, the thing I will say about Chicago is this. First off, anybody who's been to Chicago knows Chicago's small. One, regardless how big we are. If you black, odds are all the black people in the city, you 2 degrees, maybe 2 degrees, maybe 3 in some cases. But you know, the group that's our age, because even you know, Fredo's 27, so he's still in our age group. To me, you know, the rap community is small. We recorded at a studio that Fredo definitely all GBE recorded at. Damn near all your episodes of the podcast you heard, but you know that's a big thing. Fredo passed away. Trust me, the city is kind of feeling it right now. It's crazy to even think about how many people the guys from GBE have lost for them to be young. Man. Like when you think about that, that's why I always say our rap scene is different, and people don't really understand it until they hear about it, right? So you talk to people, and you know other people in other cities, they lose people, but it's different. You know, it's different. You know, you think about the amount of people that Keith has connected to that he's lost. You know, Dirk, Reese, all those guys. You know, and you can see why our city's different.
Super different.
You know, this one was different. This one was, you know, essentially, you know, by all reports, all accounts, even Fredo's accounts himself, you know, he had kidney failure. He lost his liver. You know, well, he had liver and kidney failure in what was that? The fall of last year, fall of 2017. And, you know, he said he was going to take steps to cut out the lean, because one thing about some of our shorties go hard in the paint when it comes to these drugs, man. You know, and that's the difference. I think that's the difference you see between the black men that's our age, like, you know, and it's weird, right? Because what essentially happened in Chicago, and people may feel like I'm dropping a history lesson, but I low key am. The older generation before us kind of hit drugs. Right? So they kind of hit drugs and was on it. And we saw them on it, and niggas said, fuck that shit. Hell nah.
Hell nah. Everybody a fucking dope head.
Niggas said, nah, bro. And you seen, what's crazy is we seen uncles and cousins. We seen people that was older than us that we knew used to sell the dope. Eventually become dope heads and all shit.
And all the gang chiefs out west became clucks, but we
just become the users.
Right. And niggas was like, oh no, nigga, not me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so we saw that shit, and what's crazy, them niggas like a little bit younger than us saw us kind of not be on that shit. You may see our generation may smoke some weed, and we may even dabble in some other shit, but we ain't gonna be public with it. So it's weird because these niggas is on drugs and they public with the drugs.
Public as fuck.
We know what all these niggas is on damn near, like. So it's crazy, man. You know, I think the crazy part to me, you know, Fredo, he was on Lean. And, you know, me being a rap head is on with everybody else. We know Lean killed half of Houston. Half of Houston is going off Lean, whether it be Big Mo, Fat Pat. Like, we could name niggas, like, who just, I mean, and of course, Pimp fucking C. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that
fucking DJ Screw.
Right, Screw, of course. Everybody we talk about in Houston that niggas idolize, they died off shit, and we like, yeah, we gonna use that shit. And I just be like, that don't compute to me, fam. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So, you know, like I said, rest in peace, Fredo. Hopefully this is a wake-up call. A lot of guys really, I give them props. They saw the wake-up call. Urbo did. I'm pretty sure Bibby off Lean too. He too light-skinned. He couldn't go too much longer. But yeah, man, you know, it's weird, but yeah, so just, you know, anybody listening, if you know a young nigga on Lean, I don't care what you gotta do, just get him off the Lean. I don't care if you gotta get him on squares and weed, like whatever you gotta do, man.
And I don't know how addictive this shit is. I don't even know the feeling of Lean. It do taste like super good though. That's all I do know. But I can't see myself like, cause I seen Petey Crack give an interview, and you know he was talking about his addictions and how he was addicted to PCP and lean. So he was like, man, he almost lost his life because of that bout that he had with those two. And then Oskino was talking about, man, yeah, it's fucked up about PCP because he was like, man, my brother was, I don't know, I guess it's just a Philly thing. Like they went through a whole PCP like phase. And he was like, Joe, a lot of people was fucked up off of young dudes. So there's like young bulls, because that's like, our young bulls was off the shit. He said he come in the house, his brother was holding up the wall, like the wall was falling. He like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, I know he's off the shit. So he told me, come help me hold up the wall. And he like, all right, I got you. So he said he go over there playing it off with him. He said, but as soon as I grab the wall, the motherfucker run off like it's gonna fall on me. And I just was thinking like, man, that shit really be real, and our kids be living off this shit trying to follow others and emulate others, Joe. Like, I got kids, Joe, y'all never believe, like, kids 15, 14 pop pills, like, because they hear it in one of these songs, bro. Right. And then people just don't be understanding the effect that shit has.
Man, that's what happens when you look to your peers for guidance and not no one above you.
Yes.
Because these motherfuckers are making up their rules as they go. And, you know, there's no one either around them or they're ignorantly refusing to look for anyone around them that's older to say, like, y'all shouldn't be on that shit. That shit gonna get you fucked up. Right. And, you know, I think a lot of times, like, the ignorance part plays a key into it because they feel they're so invincible at a young age. Like, you know, motherfuckers, when we were growing up, motherfuckers felt invisible. We was talking shit, but, like, it wasn't like these motherfuckers feel untouched. Man. Like, they can talk back to anybody. Man. And, you know, and they know everything. You don't know, like, bro, like, motherfuckers have lived life. And we lived it enough to know, like, that shit gets you, like, fucked up when you can't control your own actions. And you shouldn't want to take anything that take you away from controlling yourself. I don't get it personally.
I definitely don't.
You know, shit. I be scared to get too drunk these days.
Man. These days. Let's go to Kodak. Free little Kodak. That's
you know, one thing I do want to go back. I do want to go back for one thing, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of interesting shit happening out in these streets. One thing that really has my mind right now, you know, the world stops when something hits the magnitude of all these sexual allegations. I think we might have brought up Harvey Weinstein before, but as we've seen, a lot of shit's happening, right? So a lot of shit's happening. Every day it's new people, you know, a lot of mixed emotions. And I think what's happening, I kind of want to get like a good statement from us on our summary of emotions. I'll start. I think my emotions in terms of what's happening with the movement right now is it's weird. You know, it's hard. I'll tell you this. As a man, it's interesting to watch. And I want to say this because we're speaking from the man point of view, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's interesting to watch. Some of these cases come out, and I'm happy as fuck. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm happy when women come out and say, "Yo, this motherfucker has been foul. He's been a creep." Yeah. You know, like the Olympic dude. Hang him upside down for his sentence. Just hang him upside down. Ding. Cut his genitals off. Whatever we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's literally gotten away with fucking doing vile and criminal shit to girls that was heroes, right? So we look like, yo, these girls was fucking, you know, these are girls you literally watched it. The one thing about gymnastics, in the Olympics, there's a lot of shit that people watch. Mm-hmm. But when you see them girls in them gymnastics, you be damn near in tears with their ass at the end. When they be damn near like when Simone Biles and Allie do they shit, you be like at the end when they look like they just left it all on the floor. Yeah. And you be like, you be holding your tears like it's windy here, folks. Like shit.
Watch out, boy.
Right. Watch out, boy. Turn that fan off, nigga.
Hey, fam, no, fam, I don't cry. Fuck
right. A little dusty in the room.
Right. And he just did this shit. Right? So he got away with this
like
shit.
Like 150 of them or something.
Right. And you looking like, yo, like, you know, it's crazy shit. So you look at him, you look at all these things with all these people, and I don't know if y'all seen it. Like, I was so happy. This dude in the restaurant, I don't know if y'all seen he smack Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein went to Arizona. I guess he thought it was sweet. And this dude in the restaurant walked up to him. He's like, hey, can I get a picture? And Harvey Weinstein said some old, like, Harvey Weinstein was drunk. And, you know, the nigga just slapped him. And I was like, yes, nigga, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if Harvey Weinstein is out here and, you know, if we catch this nigga at Applebee's with the all-you-can-eat riblets, I might smack Harvey Weinstein for the clout. Let me smack this nigga up here. Like, world star Harvey Weinstein.
Pour this kiwi lemonade over your head. The fuck?
Right. So it's weird, man. But, you know, I think, you know, the flip side of that, we are happy about those instances, and then we look at the other instances coming out. You know, the Aziz kind of things, and we gonna treat his separate.
Please,
we gonna treat his separate. But tell me how you feel about the ones that are coming out that are kind of like, yo, that we know motherfuckers was wrong. How y'all feel about them?
I mean, for the ones that, you know, was just blatant sexual assault, like, there's only one feeling you can have, like, you know, proud that, you know, motherfuckers are being, you know, justice will hopefully be served, right? Because, you know, and it's not only because, you know, I have a daughter, like, I should, you know, you should think about this shit without having to have a fucking girl child. Like, the shit is wrong. And motherfuckers will... No, let me walk that back. Because I think, and we're not going to touch on the Aziz issue yet, but I think the line between sexual assault and uncomfortable sexual encounters is being blurred. And so, sexual assault cases, like, I'm all for, like you said, like, lock them up, throw away the key.
Niggas gotta go.
They got to go. But when it comes to, like, now we get into issues of uncomfortable sexual encounters, are they really sexual assault? Then, like, that line gets blurry. Then, you know, like that. Like, we're reading text messages and trying to decipher, like, well, was this flirting? Was it consensual flirting? Yeah. Like, you know, like, is it back and forth?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, we know motherfuckers who are creepy and don't pick up the signs when they trying to flirt with a chick and the chick is telling them no. Is that sexual assault, or is that you got bad game, let it go?
Now, see, that's the part I was going to touch on. Like, legit, some niggas are just socially awkward. Like, they know what they're trying to say. It might come off as a bad way. You know what I mean? But that's harassment. For all y'all out there, harassment and assault are like two different things. Assault, assault like touching.
So we can take sexual assault away. Sexual harassment versus uncomfortable sexual encounters.
Yes.
I think that's the line that we're trying to define now. Sexual assault, like, we can define that. It's kind of easily defined now. Right. But I think those two things, what we were talking, harassment versus uncomfortable encounters.
And bro, since this shit been coming out, I've been hearing so much wild shit. Like, I ain't gonna say it's wild, but it is. For instance, just say I'm at work, right, and I see man A and woman B, like, saying some sexually in the windows to each other and shit. I can go and report sexual harassment on one of them. I felt like I didn't know that. What if them two, that's how they play? You know what I mean? I can still go and file sexual harassment on a man because he said, you know, I can see your coochie print in those gauchos. Like, what if she told him I can see your dick print in your slacks? You know what I mean? But a third party can come in, can interject and file a sexual harassment motion in her case. Like, what the fuck? Like, the shit to me is like a spider web now, and the shit is just getting worse and worse. Like I say, all the people out here doing it, perpetrators, you know what I'm saying, give them the crime that fit whatever they did. But the people who out here just living their best flirtatious life,
right?
I don't know if it should be sexual harassment. I think sexual harassment is a continued uncomfortable situations.
There are blatant cases of sexual harassment.
Oh yeah.
But I think the ones that toe the line of, are you being harassed or is this person just awkward as fuck trying to make a pass at you?
Yeah, and I think too, what kind of happens in these cases that we often talk about, and kind of we know as men, there's certain things that happen where we are kind of like, yo, you know, I understand the cases where people say, hey, this is sexual assault. The victim, regardless, and we'll even take gender out of it. The victim was kind of, you know, shocked. They didn't know. They didn't put a stop to it right away. But the thing is, if I say something to you verbally, or if I, you know, come on to you in a quote unquote physical manner, right? So if that happens and you don't necessarily quote unquote stop me, I kind of look at the case of Seal as and I'm gonna tell you what's most interesting to me, the timing of a couple of these cases. So Seal was all kind of coasters clear, nothing on his record, but when he came out against comments with Oprah, so he said something about Oprah, I believe, already knowing, whatever he said, Oprah already knowing about sexual assaults. That's what Seal said. Or these people, the behavior of these Harvey Weinsteins that she's been around. The next kind of like within that same week of him saying these statements, his neighbor comes out and says, well, Seal sexually assaulted me. She apparently went to go borrow something from Seal's home. She went over in her workout clothes, apparently sports bra and short shorts. She entered Seal's home to borrow something. Apparently, Seal thought this was like a Bang Bros episode, and he made a move. He tried to kiss his neighbor. Yeah. Who, you know, I'm guessing he's been seeing this woman sometime. She comes over to borrow something. She comes in his house. He walks up to her in the kitchen, tries to kiss her. So now she's coming out after, like I said, after he made these statements about Oprah, now she's coming out with this story. The weird part about it is apparently after he tried to kiss her, she didn't leave immediately. She went and took a seat on his couch, and apparently he tried to kiss her again and started talking about her choice in clothing when coming over to his house.
Exactly.
So it's the weirdest shit. It's the weirdest shit, and it's like, as a guy, you sitting there like, you know, listen, I'll say this. My next door neighbor at my house right now, my next door neighbor looks like Kendra G. I think Kendra G looks pretty good. And just randomly, if she came to my door in booty shorts and a sports bra and was like, yo, I need to, you know, you got some oranges I could borrow. And she came in, walked right to my kitchen, and I'm just standing there looking at her, and she want a whole conversation in a sports bra. Like, when I make a move, now, is that enough for me to get the sexual harassment or assault charge? Like, what? Like, is that enough?
I don't think so. Because I feel like, in Seal's case, I've been reading, like, this lady I follow on Facebook, I won't say her name, but she say, we need to teach our kids emphatic yeses and emphatic nos. Don't play around with the shit. Like, if you knew Seal tried to kiss you, you should tell us, no, I'm not on that. Matter of fact, I'm leaving. But you just say, no, boy, watch out. And then go sit on this couch. Right. I know a lot of women talk this shit about men should know when a woman says no. I mean, but we also have been in a lot of situations where a woman has told us no. And then we get
turn back around a weak motherfucker.
Come on, Aunt. Come on. We have, as a man, we have...
Turn that mic over here.
As a man, we have all been in this situation where a woman told us no, and then we back off, and then a week later she said, if you just would have been a little bit more aggressive, maybe you could have got it.
I really wish you would have tried something.
Yes.
Like the amount of guys that I know who have been out with women and have played the nice guy role, respectful, this, that, and the third, and then it's, oh, I didn't think you want to fuck. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me? I like vagina like the next man. Like,
But
because I'm respectful, I like your vagina less.
Yes.
Like, and it's an odd conundrum because again, here we are. Good word. Because again, here we are in this this new day and age, this new environment where it's uncomfortable, a little bit especially when you meet new people, not people you got history with, at least.
And I'll also take it a step further in further detail. Looking back, there's also been times where every guy, because to be honest, what's interesting, guys are talking about this. It may sound crazy, it may shock some of you women, but trust me, guys are talking about this shit because a lot of guys are really confused, trying to make sense of what's happening, trying to make sure, you don't get caught up, especially in the workplace. Dudes want to keep their jobs like a motherfucker. So it's been weird, like literally guys have been comparing notes because we are literally sitting here like, yo, like, there's been times where just kind of sharing stories with guys, you hear about guys, a woman saying stop or, relax, chill. And the guy just go hands off immediately. And next thing you know, she pouncing on him.
Yes.
Now she pouncing on him, trying to throw it back.
Yes.
And, you looking like, that creates an interesting environment. So I'll segue that into the Aziz Ansari because Aziz essentially, I'll just call it what it is. Aziz is young, he's rich. Aziz is also part of, that age is definitely the hookup culture, and what we call it's the hookup culture. And I know everybody wants to think people date like how they date at 35 and up, but that is not life. I remember when granted, I've seen the hookup culture because as much as you want to go back and romanticize life, hookup culture started on AOL Messenger. It went to MySpace. It went to Black Planet. A couple messages and you could have been in some coochie.
In there like swimwear.
And it moved in person to just dorms on the college campus. Couple highs, waves, couple shares, eating together at True Blood, and you was in coochie. Grab and go, coochie.
Couple Jukes at Sports Glass.
And come on, baby.
And girl, I'm going with him after this party.
And people be like, oh, this is crazy. But no, this has always been going on.
It's the beginning of time.
And the crazy thing, Aziz, he went on a date with a woman. Like I said, he's young. Aziz is rich. He's got a show about dating where he's this awkward as hell. He's written a book called Modern Romance. So he goes out on a date with a woman and they go out. They go back to his spot.
He's like, man, fuck this. We go to the crib.
Right. Aziz probably got a nice spot in New York overlooking the Hudson River.
Niggas love the hustle.
And they next thing you know, they kissing. The girl sent him a text. His hands were in her mouth. He told her, he says, I'm going to get the condom. Aziz apparently performed he performed oral sex on her to completion. Like, this is a real story where it's like, what? And then it's like the woman texts him like, hey, I was the next day telling him, hey, I was obviously uncomfortable.
Yeah, she's like, I wasn't turned on. How could you not pick up on that?
And asking why he didn't pick up on these verbal and non-verbal clues.
Yeah.
And I honestly read these. I was in shock because I'm sitting there like, now it's, one of the things guys always talk about, we say, yo, do we have to get consent in every move now?
Yeah. That's, man, it sounds ridiculous, but then it doesn't sound ridiculous when you hear these allegations and people getting popped off.
Fellas, let her insert the penis into the vagina.
Man,
you just stand there, put your condom on, and if she's gonna do anything else, let her initiate it. Because at this point now, it's like, to me, in Aziz's situation, the sex was bad. He had bad sex, and she just tried to make it sexual assault. That's the way I look at it. Because if he's down there in your vagina, and you still go along with everything else, where was the no at? She never, not once said she said no, did she?
Right.
Yeah, and I watched.
That's why I said it's bad sex.
I watched The View on this, and Whoopi Goldberg was like, "Why didn't she say hell no and push them off at any point in this encounter.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm reading the text message. I'm reading everything from this case. I see no point of like resistance, except I had nonverbal clues. Like, motherfuckers have hard enough time reading signs that you like a motherfucker. Like, how you supposed to pick up on like how you supposed to pick up on every clue if you don't open your mouth? Like, be intentional with everything that you do.
I guess she was saying, nigga, you know I ain't wet enough. Why would you think? I don't know, man. That's just wild that he should have picked up on some nonverbal shit after, and then that's what it comes back to. I know I don't want to feel like I'm victim blaming or nothing like that, but ladies, 9 times out of 8, if it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and a guy invites you back to his house, he's expecting some vagina. So if you don't plan on giving him no vagina, tell him that and that you're going home. Like, why go over there and put yourself in a situation where you feel like you're going to have to battle? That's just common sense to me. Like, I'm not going to go to the lion's den and say, I don't think I'm going to fight no lions tonight. Like, it's just common sense. Like, that goes back to the emphatic no's and the emphatic yeses. I feel like if she was more brutally honest or whatever words you want to say, she would never been in that situation. Even though I don't think it's sexual assault at all, but she would have been in a place where she can even say it was.
Yeah, it always comes down to, like, to me, I feel like in that pointed to that particular situation, in a situation where 2 people went out on a date, you know, it goes back to damn near our first episode. We talked about the gray area. The gray area is not something you want to leave. You know, period. Like, it's never something that you want to leave to interpretation.
Right.
You don't want, like, so it's like, let's just say Aziz is this quirky, clueless motherfucker. He should not even have the thought process that he could fuck you. And I'm even say that for you as a guy, because this does go both ways. As a guy, if I go out with a girl and I feel like, and you know, we go back and I feel like, yo, I'm not putting out, I'm not going. That's not something. I'm not finna have her thinking, you know, if I even get the inkling, I'm gonna let that be known in every way and verbally. Like this ain't happening. I ain't going. Like, you know what I'm saying? And let alone, I'm not gonna let her kiss me. I'm not gonna let her tell me she about to grab the rubber.
And she definitely not sucking my dick.
Like, if I'm not going, I'm not going.
Stand your ground, King.
Right. Do not let these plus size women give you head.
Right.
Make you fuck. Don't let these plus size women suck it so good that you feel like you entitled.
Right.
Like, I have to have sex with her now.
The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And to take your manhood.
Fix your crown, King.
Right. Fix your motherfucking crown. God damn it.
Know your worth 2018.
Yeah, but you know, like Fresh made a good point, man. Like, you know, in 2018, if you're not trying to fuck, like, don't go over nobody's house after 1.
Yeah.
11.
I was gonna say
10:30.
8:30.
After dark.
Sundown.
This when the
Sundown.
You know, unless it's a group setting.
Yeah.
But like no, for real, like, don't set yourself up for the okie doke. If like motherfucker, you think motherfuckers out here running around Billy Badass, protect yourself.
And I try to tell people everything a human does is off muscle memory. When y'all say stuff like, I can't believe he sent me a dick shit, that's because he done sent the dick shit to somebody else and it worked. I can't believe that girl thought her acting crazy with me would make me like her. Yeah, because it's some dumb nigga out there who done told her he love crazy girls. Anything someone is doing is because it's a learned behavior and muscle memory. If a man invites you over at 2 a.m. and you come, he used to that being some coochie. Like, automatically, like, I don't think no man has ever invited a woman over that late and then get none unless she was on her period. You know what I mean? Then you gotta rearrange some shit. Like, I can't believe you came over here like this. Now you're banned. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Fellas, put your foot down. Women, put your foot down even harder.
Yeah, like, just, man, like, you know, nonverbal clues, that shit may be all cute and shit. Like, no, like, say that shit out loud, ladies, what you want. If you don't want a guy to touch you, like, say that shit out loud. So at least that's not left to interpretation. And if you want a motherfucker, say that shit out loud. Say, hey, I want you. Let's you know, we grown. Let's leave the guesswork out of relationships. or hookups or whatever you got going on. Take the guesswork out. I shouldn't be having to guess if you like me a lot or not.
Woo! Alrighty then. That was heavy. That was deep. You know what? So we don't want to end on the deepest note. We never want to end on the deepest note. But you know, as of right now, you know, interesting day, to say the least. Do y'all know? Drake dropped a new
boy.
Drake dropped a new couple of tracks.
Now I am not a Drake fan. We all know this, but baby, I played Diplomatic Immunity.
Yes.
8 times in a row.
Yeah, you had to.
That was Young Bull Drake. That was like
Young Bull Drake.
Yeah, that was Drake. You know, narrating my life.
That was really like there's a Drake out there, and I always bring this up. There's a Drake out there from 2011 that I don't give a fuck who you was listening to in 2011. They wasn't touching him in 2011. We can go back, check the records, check the books. 2011, Drake was dropping like random songs. Like Drake was dropping just flames, random. I think that was when Josie freestyle with J. Cole dropped, like the fucking track with Ross, like all types of shit. Drake was just putting out hits out of nowhere. And they wasn't hits because they wasn't on albums. They was just nigga rapping. The crazy shit. So late at night, you know, people know I love Drake. So when some shit come out, if I don't post about it, people are going to text me Drake dropped some new shit, or people going to text me screenshots or links. So I get a text middle of the night, screenshot Drake Scary Album. I'm like, oh shit. I wake up out of my sleep. I hit the Sonos, I just turn on Drake loud.
I think it's probably still on my... Nah.
So there's a line.
It's still on my shit. At the bottom. The guy's playing.
There's a line on there. So guys playing, come on, you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then my friend, Diplomatic.
Yes.
So he does a lot. He shouted out SZA on there. He shouted out government name. He said Solana. You know, pulled up at Solana, showed him like, Drake, don't take down SZA, man. Just leave her alone, bro. Leave her alone, bro.
No,
relax.
No. Do it, Drake. Do it. I am rooting for you, my light-skinned brother. Drake keeps making me proud. I think he hit Sade. He like Drake is that guy who, you know how we all sit around and be like, man, I'll hit her. He actually do it. So I gotta give him credit. You know, he's like, man,
I just want leave SZA alone till at least she drop her second album, second official. But he got a line on there that to me proves how witty the bars are. People like, you know, Drake. You know, it's a lot of talking this generation about lyricism. I don't know if people been tuned into that conversation, but there's even people who say Kendrick is not a real, like he's not a hit the rewind lyricist.
Yeah, I heard that, but he is.
But you know, sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. You know, it is what it is because I put it like this: he's rapping to the audience that he has. If Kendrick can rap like Wu-Tang if he wanted, but if he did, we would be like, man, what the fuck is this? I ain't listen to this shit.
Right, chill the fuck out, Kung Fu Kenny.
So, you know, but the nigga came out. Drake says, I pulled the lyric up. 2010 when I lost my halo. 2017 I lost to J-Lo. A Rotterdam trip had me on the front page though.
A-Rod.
Now here's the shit. Now here's the shit. If y'all real Drake fans, Drake did lose his mind when he was out there. So he was doing this world tour overseas. I don't know if y'all remember, Drake was canceling concerts. And you know that nigga don't cancel concerts. He canceled concerts, but did apparently a bar mitzvah for a kid where they speculate that nigga got paid either $1 to $2 million for a bar mitzvah. Drake also canceled a show, but was seen in a restaurant with a girl they call a porn star. Of course, I know her name's Sophie. Sophie don't have like a boy girl.
Dion.
Like Sophie don't have a boy girl porn, but Sophie just like real thick. She white, brunette, but like super thick. She French. She just got some X videos, pretty much dildoing herself.
Dion
so,
go Dion.
Dion
so,
gonna Dion.
Hey man, Dion gonna Dion. So Drake, apparently during this trip, people thought he impregnated Sophie, and they sitting in the restaurant on the night he canceled the concert. But also that nigga, that him saying that shit right after the J-Lo line, that nigga definitely put in the A-Rod a damn trip, and I just was like. I was really looking like the Doc Rivers gift. Beat his daddy ass.
Beat his daddy ass.
Beat his daddy ass.
And I literally looked. I was like, yo, this nigga's. Whoo. And, hey man, listen. I here's something that I feel like in my heart of hearts. Mm-hmm. There's certain reactions that guys have to women, sex, and coochie that are reserved for certain type of women. Mm-hmm. Like certain women, shit is just real critical.
Yeah.
And the way niggas act about J-Lo coochie is real critical.
Real critical.
It's that shit. Cause niggas be, nigga, Puffy and Shine shit was critical. Mm-hmm. And the way niggas act about J-Lo, I'm telling you, I know it's that work, bro. Mm-hmm. I know it's that work.
Rihanna and Erykah Badu.
Erykah Hall of Fame. She Hall of Fame. She might be the GOAT of like
coochie,
making niggas do weird shit because of coochie.
She do like.
I think she said something like Badu box is a real thing. Or, she drink cranberry juice straight or some shit.
Because Badu roasts the fuck out her baby daddies on Instagram. If y'all ever look. If you look at Jay Electronica pictures, she roasts him on every picture. Every picture she's making a smart comment. Like it's. I'm like, yo, she probably has to be like the most fun baby mama you probably ever had.
Because she probably ride the best.
She probably does.
She probably ride the best.
She probably talk the most shit.
Because if we talking about like. If we end the podcast on this is in the podcast on some ignorant shit. Because when we talking about good coochie, we just not talking about like coochie just like. How good it is when you on your back in missionary, not devaluing the missionary position because that's when Maxwell plays and shit like that. But when we talking about that work, baby, like what you throwing back, what you riding on,
man,
backwards, man. Come on,
slowly,
man. Come on,
listen,
come on. Look,
we giving y'all keys,
let me tell y'all something about Erykah Badu that I feel like. Because Drake's rapped about Erykah Badu as well.
If he hit Erykah,
last night I went to Erykah Badu's house. She made tea for me. Now I know he ain't Erykah because his music would have took off to another level.
Yes.
But Erykah Badu is the type of girl. You ever had a girl?
Coochie. So
no, not even coochie. We not. You ever had a girl that give you head because she want to fuck your life up? And like afterwards, she like give you that head. She look at you like, I told you, nigga. Like,
and then just get out your car like ain't shit happened.
Not your car, Anthony.
Oh,
goddamn.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I was just thinking about her wiping her hands with a wipe and fixing her lipstick in the mirror while y'all in the bathroom.
Nah, you know what it is. It's like that girl that you was talking shit to her like. And you went over a house to have a talk. And it was supposed to be like really like y'all was pissed at each other. And then she give you that head look at you like you ain't mad no more, is you nigga. And you like, I hate you. You like, God damn it.
You start all breathing hard and shit, looking up at the ceiling, shit on the ceiling.
I'm so glad I found the Lord.
And then she say to you, you want something to eat?
Oh,
nigga.
Oh.
Devil
Devil
in black leggings. That's what you are.
You on some jacks.
Right. That's Erykah Badu.
That's Erykah Badu.
J-Lo do the same thing, except she say, I had my chef make a traditional Puerto Rican meal. And you just be like, I hate her too.
None of the type of women, like, when they enter the room, you get hard. Not when you in the bedroom. Like, when they enter, like, the front door. Mm-hmm. You are like hard, like no matter what. Them, like it's some women like you can have a long day and you like baby like I see you but we can't fuck like I'm tired. Right. But it's some women no matter what the day, nor the time,
no matter
the hour, no matter y'all in church, no matter where y'all at when she walk in the room,
your dick
dick jumps. And those are the type of women that
I'm gonna just start calling them DJs. The dick jumpers.
The dick
Man.
jumpers. Yes.
And they know how to do little certain shit. Like, it ain't even always sexual, but it's sexual. Like, talk to you like they come in your space.
Right.
And it's eye contact and shit.
Like, oh, they touch your shoulder while you talk. Like, don't do that. You know they get you kissed in the mouth right here. Like, the fuck?
And you know what? I want to drop this major key on the ladies. Like, major key. Major key. Here's the thing about the girls that we referring to as dick jumpers.
The DJs.
The DJs. The DJs, when they get close to you and talk to you, it don't even have to be about sex.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
it's about regular
right.
shit.
They can just come and get close to you and talk to you about some weird shit, but the way they like breath hit your neck,
yes.
Bruh, well, Lena, like, how your grandma doing? Do you want to fuck?
Yes.
Why you so close?
You asking about
saying shit like, did you see that football game last week?
Yeah. Fuck Tom Brady. What are you trying to do?
Oh my god.
Hey, and them DJs, the girls, she be like, I want to do other people feel
the
like
way
this
I
when they touch
feel.
her. But but then you be like, you know what? She's so good, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. So we gave y'all new term.
New term.
We gave y'all new term. Dick jumpers. We got it.
We back. Giving out new term.
Giving up major keys.
Keys.
Gave out a lot of perspective, a lot of game on this episode.
Yes.
Oh man. Woo.
It feels good. It's just like sparring. You get in there and just throw a couple jabs. Eventually the hooks and, body blows, uppercuts come back. Just throw out a little jab.
For all those people who reached out to us, was like, where the fuck is the podcast? Cussing us out. I'm not going to name no names, but we're back. Apologize.
We
told you we was coming. Told you we was coming.
It's like, we gave y'all so much consistency.
So much.
And we took some, it's almost like, I don't even know how to classify it. It's like we came back. I remember J Electronica hadn't dropped nothing in a while, and then Exhibit C came out, and niggas like, oh, okay, I know what I missed now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm set. Mm-hmm. Niggas thought it was taking a little too long between seasons of Power. And next thing you know, shit went off the rails.
It's the best fucking show of all time.
So we back.
We back.
We back.
You
know
what I'm saying?
Little horse.
Little horse. Little horse.
Oh man.
Toot. We ain't forgot. We still toot.
Hey, we still toot.
The last show, everybody was so happy in his head. Fresh, you had the word. Toot is not my word. It is the song.
And I love to give y'all a fuckboy of the week, but I can't because every time I don't give y'all a specific fuckboy of the week, just make Donald Trump your default fuckboy of the week. Okay.
I would like to nominate Chris Paul, but I know some niggas will be against that. Look.
We not nominating him because somebody said beat his daddy ass.
Beat his daddy ass. Oh my God.
They not fuck niggas. Just the funniest moment of the week was the Rockets and the Clippers. If you don't know about it, read up on it. But just it's so much. The funniest moment of all that was that they actually had enough time to plot to send Clint Capella to the front of the locker room as a decoy.
A Tom and Jerry plot.
When I tell people that NBA beefs are funnier than any other pro sport beefs.
Shout out to Jerry Stackhouse.
Yes.
You know why that shit's funny? Because I could imagine Mike D'Antoni giving a post-game speech and them niggas walking out plumb in the middle of it. He didn't know what was happening. Where are they going?
Your troops are fucking starting a war. That's what's happening, D'Antoni. Your troops are starting. Hey, when the next time they play?
Late February.
Yeah.
Late February.
Boy, I will fly out somewhere to go watch this.
I hope Austin Rivers is healthy.
Stay tuned. We gonna let y'all know some shit that we got going on for St. Patty's Day, because a lot of people keep wanting to kick it with us all the time.
All the time.
No foreplay. We out.
No